accounting equation. As you know, it's your first practical chapter in 11th accountancy. So we are going to discuss accounting equation. Please take this lecture and please keep with you a notebook and pen, as I am going to discuss many important points in this lecture which will definitely help you when you will do this chapter. So please write on your notebook so that you can understand and do the practical question easily. Okay. What is accounting equation? In accounts, accounting equation means assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. As you are all aware about what are assets, the properties which are in possession or which are the property of business, that are called assets. Liability means responsibility of business to pay some amount to some outsiders, and capital means money invested by the proprietor. So how the question will done? In accounts we have a format, prescribed format for every chapter. So the format is accounting equation in capital letters, serial number first column, transaction second column, next assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Make the column of assets large, as assets can be many, liabilities can be 2 or 3, and capital is single. So start. I am going to discuss that question in which your all concepts are clear. Okay. Some points may be left due to lack of space, and I am going to discuss them orally. That's why I already told you that keep a notebook with you. The very first point is started business with cash, goods and building. A businessman start business with cash, goods and building. So cash is an asset, put it under assets. Goods is called stock. Goods is called stock, and building is also an asset. So we will write cash plus stock plus building is equal to capital. Till now these are not discussed. These things will be discussed later on. So we can write assets under cash, stock, building and capital. What is the amount? Started business with cash 2,30,000, stock 1 lakh, building 2 lakh. So total capital of the business is 2,30,000 plus 1 lakh, 330 plus 2 lakh, 5,30,000 will be the capital of the business. Then make a line and write equation. Now our equation is 2,30,000 plus 1 lakh plus 2 lakh is equal to 530. In after very first entry, when you start the business, you have to write equation, and in the last you have to write final equation. In between the starting and last, you have to write after each plus and minus new equation. I am repeating. After first entry, equation will be here. Last, final equation, and between starting and ending, all are called new equations. So equation is this. Now the next entry is purchased goods for cash. You just have to see what the transactions are affected. Purchased goods, that means goods are coming. Goods is called stock. For cash, if goods is coming, that means cash is going. If cash is going, that means cash will be deducted. That means cash will be deducted. That means minus in the column of cash and plus in the column of stock, because goods are coming. So 50,000 will be minus from cash and plus in stock. And there is no other treatment affected. So put 0 under building and also put 0 under capital. again make a line. Now again make a line, and it is called new equation. New equation is 2,30,000 minus 50,000. 1,80,000. 1 lakh plus 50, 1,50,000. 2 lakh as it is, and 530 as it is. Next is sold goods of 20,000, 4 rupees 35,000 for cash. Goods sold, that means minus from stock, and goods sold for cash, that means plus in cash, but keep the amount in mind. Goods of 20,000 sold for 35,000. Please note down in your notebook, whenever there is profit, profit means plus in capital. Whenever there is profit, that means plus in capital. Whenever there is loss, that means minus from capital. Note down this point in your notebook. So now, goods of 20,000 sold for 35,000. That means profit is 15,000 plus in capital. Plus in capital. Now, goods gone of 20,000, so minus from stock. And cash comes 35,000, so plus in cash. So the new equation will be 180 plus 35, 2,50,000. 150 minus 20,000, 130. 2 lakh as it is, and capital is 530 plus 15,000 profit, 5,45,000. Next is purchase goods from Rahul. As cash is not mentioned here, that means it is credit purchase. That means it is credit purchase. So goods are coming, so plus in stock, but cash is not given, that means liability increase. So this person Rahul is called creditor. Rahul is called creditor because when the firm have to pay some amount to someone, then he is called creditor. So Rahul will be called under the heading liability creditor. You can also put the name in small Rahul. So how the amount will be posted? Purchase goods, that means plus in stock, from Rahul, that means plus in liability under heading creditor. Under heading creditor. So the new equation will be no change in cash, 250, 130 plus 55. Now the new stock will be 185. No change in building, but creditors will become 55,000 of now. There is no change in capital, so 5,45,000. Next is sold goods of 52,000 for 60,000. As you read the statement, sold goods of 52,000 for 60,000. That means there is a profit of 8,000. That means there is a profit of 8,000. So this 8,000 will be added in capital. This 8,000 will be added in capital. Now what about the remaining? As I already told you, profit is plus in capital. Sold goods, that means minus from stock. Sold goods of 52,000, so minus from stock 52,000, and sold for 60,000. Not sold for cash, sold for 60,000 to Varun. That means it is a credit sale. That means Varun is debtor for us. Varun is debtor for us because he has to give money to us. So debtor, you can also write his name in bracket Varun. So put 60,000 under heading debtors. Now again new equation, 2,15,000, 185 minus 52,000 because goods are sold. So balance will be 1,33,000. There is no change in building. Debtors will become 60,000 now. No change in creditors, and capital will become 5,45,000 plus 8,000 profit, 5,53,000. Next, paid cash to Rahul in full settlement 53,000. Who is Rahul? Rahul is creditor. Whenever you see the word paid, paid means less from cash. Paid means less from cash. Whenever you see the word received, that means cash plus in cash. Paid means minus from cash and received means plus in So paid means minus from cash. Paid to Rahul. So minus from Rahul. Full settlement means Rahul is deducted with full amount. Rahul is from 55,000, so minus 55,000. But we just give him cash 53,000. That means for 55,000 we have to given just 53,000. So there is a profit for us of rupees 2,000 because we have to pay 53,000 in place of 55,000. That means there is a profit for us of rupees 2,000. So this 2,000 will be added in capital. As I already told you, whenever there is profit for us, so added in capital. Now the new equation will be 2,15,000 minus 53,000, 1,62,000. No change in stock, no change in building, no change in debtor. Creditor will become 0 now and capital will 5,55,000. Now the next is salary paid. As I already told you, whenever you see the word paid, paid means cash minus. So less from cash, and salary is not an asset, not an liability. That means it is an expense. That means it is an expense. So when nothing is comes for cash going, that means it is an expense, and expense is less from capital. Expense is less from capital. Please keep all these points in notebook so that you can understand properly. So whenever there is an expense, that means capital will be deducted. Whenever there is an income, that means capital is increased. You can also say with the drawings. Drawings means when a businessman used amount for personal purpose, it will also reduce capital. It will also reduce capital. Next is salary paid, so less from cash and less from capital because no asset and liability affected. So the balance will be 1,50,42, remaining will be same. Next is received cash from Varun in full settlement. Who is Varun? Varun is our debtor. So full settlement means less full amount from Varun. Less full amount from Varun. Less 60,000. Received means cash comes. Received means cash comes. How much cash comes? 59,000. We have received 59,000 in place of 60,000. So 1,000 is lost for us. So 1,000 will be less from capital. So 1,000 will be less from capital. So the remaining equation is 2,01,000. Remaining will be same and capital will become 5,34,000. Next is rent outstanding. Keep this entry in mind. Whenever you see the word outstanding, outstanding is the liability. Outstanding is the liability. So place a new name of liability, outstanding expenses. So add in outstanding, and outstanding expenses decrease our liability. Outstanding expenses decrease our liability. So less from capital. Less from capital. Sorry, outstanding expenses means liability increase and capital decrease. Whenever you see the word outstanding is there, again put them in your notebook. Whenever you see the word outstanding there, that means liability increase and capital decrease because you have to pay this amount in future. So capital will be deducted. As I told you, outstanding increase and capital decrease. Next is new equation 2,01,000. There are one or two more points in the question which I will discuss orally so that this question is completed. It's illustration number 7 in your notebook. Next entry is commission received. Commission received. As I told you, whenever you see the word received, that means cash plus, and nothing comes, that means capital plus. Received commission means, because commission is an income, so income means capital plus and received means cash plus. Received means cash plus. So add in cash and add in capital. Next is withdrew for personal use. Withdrew means cash minus, personal use means drawing, and as I told you that drawing will decrease the capital. Drawing will decrease the capital. So less from capital and less from cash. And the last point is depreciation on building. Here is building. Depreciation means its value decrease. Depreciation means its value decrease. So less from building and less from capital, because depreciation is an expense. Because depreciation is an expense. I hope this question is clear. Thank you.